Hey everybody, welcome to another video. First of all, please accept my apologies for the absolute mess that's on the desk right now. I am in the middle of a data recovery job on a NAS for a customer, so that's what these things are. That being said, I've had to stop doing that because I've just received notification from YouTube saying that one of my videos has been taken down for breaching privacy terms. So the privacy terms and conditions on YouTube's website. That video in question was me highlighting a scam which is going on with BWE, Better Way Electronics, on his PS5 UART software, and that was a public interest video. You know, I was reporting on something that's happening which the public should know about. But that being said, I'm not really bothered about the video. It just shows what kind of a person he is and the fact that he's got to try and use YouTube's, well, DMCA rules to get a video taken down because he knows it's going to cause him damage and he knows it's going to expose him. But that's not the purposes of this video. The purposes of this video is a public service announcement to let you guys know that there is actually an alternative out there. About a year ago, Louis Rossman, hi Louis, Louis Rossman did a video on this exact subject, on the fact that BWE was suspending and revoking people's licenses and also spying on people's computers. And he put a little bit of a bounty out there and he said, right, I want someone to create some software which can compete with his and put it out there open source. So that's exactly what I did. I never got the bounty, but I did release the software completely free, and I basically uploaded it to GitHub for anyone to use. I did actually get a message literally today asking if I can use my software to fix their customers' devices. Of course you can. I don't care. The software was designed for a couple of reasons. Number one, it was designed to help me, and number two, it was a fuck you to BWE because, well, he's spying on people's computers, and I wanted to change that. I wanted to give people the option to, you know, be able to fix these things without worrying about being spied on. So I'm going to show you how to use the software. I'm going to show you where to get it from, how to download it, where you can view the source code, and how to connect it to a PlayStation 5. So in front of me I've got a PlayStation 5. This is a random dead board which I've pulled out of my donor pile. I don't know what's wrong with this board. I've literally just pulled it out of my pile and I've connected up a power button and an LED bar so you can see what's going on with it. So at the moment this console basically, that's not buttons, this is buttons. So this console, as you can see, if I just power cycle this, it'll light up blue and then it'll shut off, right? And that's a common error that we get on the PlayStation 5. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to connect up to UART and use my software completely free of charge. So let's head over to the desktop first and I'll show you where to get it from. So if we look on the desktop here, we've got github.com/TheCod3r YouTube /PS5 null modifier. And if we just go to this, I'll leave a link in the top pinned comment, but if we just go to this and look over on the right hand side, you've got releases, so we can click on that, or you can go to the source code and download this completely free. So you can download it, modify it, do whatever you want. Here's the source code, it's available for anyone to download, etc, etc. I'm not going to explain what anything does. If you know coding, then you'll understand it because it's very, very simple software. There's also another version, there's a GUI version for this as well, and that's got a null modifier tool and also the UART communication tool all built into one. So you can use that, you can download it, modify it, do whatever you want with it, and you can also download the command line version, which is available for both Windows and Linux. So download that, whichever version you prefer. I'm on Windows obviously, so I've got the Windows version, and then once you download it, you'll get this stuff, which is in this folder here. And if you've got no error database there, don't worry, because as soon as you run it, it'll download the error database. So it'll download that directly from uartcodes.com. So what it'll do is it'll go to uartcodes.com /xml.php and it'll just download this XML file which has got all of the error codes in the database. So anyway, that's all that's done, right? So if you download the software and you extract it to a folder on your desktop, you can either install it and you can basically run it as an app, so it'll come up there if you use the setup, or you can run it on its own, basically. So you can run it on its own and you'll be presented with this screen. So once we're on here, you can see we've got a few options. So the first and most important thing to do is press option 6, because I've got a coffee addiction. And yeah, it'll take you to this page to buy me a cup of coffee. But once you're done with that, you can go back to the tool and you can do a few things. You can do BIOS dump tools. So if we just press option 4 here, whoops, if we just press option 4 here and we want to download a BIOS dump. So if we just work with, for example, this dump just here. So we'll load a BIOS dump, whoops, damn it. Enter the path. And then if we view the BIOS information, we can see we've got the serial number, the PS5 version, etc, etc, right? But if we go to the previous menu, so we'll select option X, and we can go get error code from PS5. Nothing will work if we choose that right now. We need to connect to the console itself. So yes, my desk's a mess. Like I said, I'm working on another project at the minute, but whatever. So if we just go to the PS5 here, I'm going to pop under the microscope and I'll show you what we need to do. So if we take a look around by where the Wi-Fi chip is, so Wi-Fi chip is just here, just down below there. We've got these test pads here, and we've got 3 test pads which we're going to need to use here. We have a TX line, an RX line, and a ground. So if we take a look on the UART reader here, this is a USB TTL device. We've got TX here, which is the yellow wire. We've got RX here, which is the orange wire, and then we've got green, which is ground. So what we need to do is we need to connect the TX line up to the RX line on the PlayStation 5, which is this bottom pad just here. The RX line, we need to connect to the TX line on the board, and then we just need to connect ground to ground so as it's sharing the same ground. So I'm going to do that now. So this is my orange wire. So we're just going to solder that to there, and as you can see, my orange wire is going to the RX line, and that's going to TX on the board, which is this middle one. The yellow one needs to go to RX on the board, that's TX on my TTL device. It sounds complicated, but it's really not. All we need to do is just take the connections on the UART device and flip them on the PS5. Because we need to send data from one device and receive it on the other, and then we need to receive data on this device and send it from the other. So you just flip the connections. We also need a ground point, so we can use this one just here, or you can use any other ground point that you wish. Doesn't really matter as long as it's ground on the PS5. There we go. Okay, so just tin that and connect up to ground. It doesn't have to be a great connection as long as it's connected. That's all that matters, is that it's connected. And it really is as simple as that. So what we're going to do now is just connect up this TTL device to the PC. And it is important to use a TTL device which is capable of outputting 3.3 volts. If you've got it and it's only putting out 5 volts, it's not going to work. It has to be 3.3 volts for the PlayStation 5. So we're going to connect that up to USB Type-C. I do sell UART devices on my online store, consolefix.shop, so if you do need one and you're in the UK, or you need one from the US and you don't want to wait for China, I do sell them. So if we just basically connect all of that up, that's connected to my PC, we've got power going into the PlayStation 5, and if we go back onto the desktop and choose option 1, and it'll come up with a list of devices. So we're going to choose option 4, which is COM13. I know that that is my device. You might need to verify that with yours. But choose option 4 because that's my device. And we get 8081 0001 error codes. These are actually nightmare error codes. A general power failure can be pretty much anything. But what we can do is just go to option number 2. Choose option 4 again for COM13. Clear the error codes. And now if we choose option 1 and option 4, no error codes displayed. So if I just power cycle the console now, that's going to power cycle it, and choose option 1 again, it's going to give us an up-to-date error code list. Yep, general power failure. So you see there's only 1 there now, and the reason there's only 1 there is because we've only got 1 in the database being stored on the PS5. So yeah, that is pretty much it. It really is as easy as that. I will say that some of the error codes are not going to be up to date, and I do want to make something clear here as well. Most of the error codes, the descriptions for them, came from BWE software. Someone sent me a bunch of error codes, I put them into a database, and then he said to me afterwards, oh, they was from BWE software, I took them from his dumps. I don't care. I don't care where they came from. They don't belong to BWE, they belong to Sony. So either way, no loss. Right, BWE? But anyway, yeah, either way, the software works, it does the job, it does what it says on the tin. You make your own mind up. Do you want to use it for free, or do you want to be spied on? It's completely up to you. But with that being said, that's going to be it for now. Thank you very much for watching. I hope this video was useful. I hope I hope it helped to realise that you can get some software for free for diagnosing the PlayStation 5 and stuff like that. Yes, it's not perfect. Listen, I'm a lone person in a shed, okay? I'm not perfect at the end of the day, and neither is my software, but at least it don't spy on you. If you enjoyed the video and you want to see repair content and stuff like that, be sure to give me a follow, and don't forget to turn on the bell notifications as well so you're notified whenever I release a video. You can, like I said, support me by buying me a cup of coffee. Just press option 6 on there. And if you want to support me on Patreon, you can do that as well. It all massively helps. But what really does help is just sharing this video and getting the message out there. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. And until next time, I'll see you later. Bye for now. Fuck BWE.